common sense. Well, I think the biggest fear that parents have is that they're going to get like a bad nanny, right?
Listen,
or
I would be terrified.
Right, someone who's going to put their kid in jeopardy. Now, I had kids, and I had nannies because I was working, my wife was working.
You still have kids.
Yeah, they remind me that when they ask for money,
they're adults, but you still have them.
Yeah, but I set up a nanny cam in the house. And it's like one of those things, and I checked, and I was before I turned it on, I was like, oh, do I really want to see? Because you're scared, right?
You're scared.
Observe what you might see.
Right.
Well, our staff did a little online search, and they found a few disturbing interactions caught on nanny cam. So let's take a look at this first one. Okay, so there's no audio, but watch what happens here. Oh, getting a little.
Oh my gosh.
See, that's young.
I just can't. And when you see something like that, you wonder why a person like that is in this profession. But you also are seeing why a nanny cam is so important.
It really is.
And
that's right.
You do need to trust but verify. And this is a situation where a child cannot communicate for themselves.
Yeah.
And you need to be an advocate for them. And a nanny cam is the way to do that.
Yeah, I was good. I was happy I had mine done.
Well, let's take a look at another clip that we have.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
I just can't.
So she's screaming.
She's screaming at the
back
crying
at
baby.
that. That's the first time I saw that clip. Sorry about the reaction there, but
I know. And this
oh
child,
my God!
can I tell you, this child suffered temporary hearing loss because of what that nanny did.
Whoa! So get a nanny cam with audio.
I'm
with audio.
shocked.
Right?
I'm completely shocked.
And you know what? Children can be frustrating, of course, and you can get frustrated. But the problem is you have to have the patience and the temperament to be a nanny and work with children.
So with seeing that clip, that was a young girl. So a young girl doesn't, you said patience, you know, maybe a young person doesn't have the patience that's needed to be your nanny or caregiver.
The age of the nanny should not be the biggest factor in you hiring that nanny necessarily. I was a young girl when I started nannying. And someone could say, oh my gosh, how could you leave that girl in charge of your children?
Right.
But it all comes down to the interview process. It has everything to do with how you're vetting this person.
So
I mean, what do you do? How do you get her to scream like that in the interview?
Oh my gosh.
Tricky.
I mean,
but that's like...
She could have come off great in that interview. She could have been like Mary Poppins. And then she does something like this, and you're like, how did I miss that?
Do agencies vet well? Do they have like a real legit process? Or are people like this at agencies too? I don't want to scare everybody, but these people do exist.
I know. It's scary. Going to an agency is great. I have been a nanny that's been on Sitter City, Care.com, all these places that are very trustworthy. But the thing is, you can't think that they're going to do all the work for you.
Right.
You still have to be an active parent. You still have to be vetting. You have to get to know this person, observe them in your home.
Yeah, and you know what I say about all things in life? Trust your gut. You know, we do have this instinct that we haven't always learned to trust, but we really do know what's best in certain situations. So I guess when you're vetting, you really have to check in with yourself and say, does this person, even though they gave a great interview, is this the right person?
Yeah, because what you realize when you're a parent, and I've been there because my second kid was really colicky, you realize that if you could get to the point where you feel like you're going to lose it.
Yeah.
And that's my kid, and I love it. Imagine what a stranger might do who doesn't have that connection, so keep that in mind. All right, Florence, I want to thank you so much.